What's up, everybody? Danny here from The Threshold. I am here tonight with Jay, also known as JT from the band Six Scars. Really excited to be able to have an opportunity to sit down and have a chat with you. You got some new music coming out, you've released some demos. I got a slew of questions to just pick the hell out of your brain, man. So, dude, welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time. What's up?
Not much, man. It is cold here in Virginia tonight. But dude, thank you so much for taking the time and actually wanting to do this, man. It means so much to me.
Oh man, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I think I first heard your single was Save Me over a year ago.
Oh wow.
And I've been like this dude, this dude, like, wow. So to have an opportunity to be able to sit down and chat with you and hear kind of some of the inner workings, especially as you're ramping up. I'm excited for the opportunity.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I can't wait to do this.
Hell yeah, man. So let's reel it back a little bit because obviously I have heard you, but I don't know that everybody else has. So can you give me a little bit of background of what Six Scars is, who they are, and just kind of just a little brief history lesson?
Sure. So Six Scars is actually just me. I do the vocals, as you know, but all the instrumentation is actually licensed that I end up buying and owning the rights to exclusively. Still looking for an actual band. Kind of hard to do right now, but aside from that, the Six Scars moniker was actually established in 2017, 2018, and I released my first single under it, with which was "Save Me" in 2021. And it's an alternative metal project. I say alternative because I like to go outside the box sometimes.
That's awesome. So 2017-ish, Six Scars was born. What was that pivotal moment for you that said it's time?
Man, I'm 32 and I've been trying to do this since I was 15, and I just never put my all into it. And then I was like, this is the make or break. If I don't do this now, I'm never going to have the guts to do it. So I just, basically kicked myself in the ass and got myself moving.
Hell yeah. I think we could all probably learn a good lesson from that.
I'm still working on it.
Man, ain't we all? Ain't we all? So, talk to me a little bit about your influences. There's some heavy Jonathan Davis vibes going on.
Yeah, man, he's like an idol to me. Like he can do no wrong, I swear. But it really goes back to my whole upbringing as far as music goes. I fell in love with new metal. I mean, some of the very first new metal I ever heard was Deftones, My Own Summer. You got Deftones, Edema, Union Underground is actually a big influence for me. Some Static X in there, obvious Korn, and then you can kind of throw a dart at the thing of new metal, and you'll find an influence that I'm kind of influenced by. So
No, that's awesome to hear, and you can definitely tell in going through the discography that's already out there. So you've recently released just a handful of demos too on Spotify. What's kind of the plan there, and where are you going next?
so the EP Destruction in My Wake, it was actually scheduled for a 2021 debut, but things happened in my life that ended up getting it pushed back. Uh, it's never been mixed or mastered. All those tracks are actually just amateurishly mixed and mastered by me, but I just wanted to get myself out there. It's like if I can make myself get out there, then I can get on to the next step. Um, that was the goal for that one. It was originally going to be a full length, but then I reeled it back in. And then, as you've seen, I've been releasing some of the unheard demos from that EP that have been kind of laying dormant for a few years. So maybe at some point I'll get those mixed and mastered, but they're not in the current plan right now.
Okay. Well, so as of now, and as of our recording, this is February 13th, and in 5 days, this next step is kind of we're like right on the cusp of it. You got
Yeah.
this awesome new track from what I'm hearing, Better Off Dead. Talk to me. What's the backstory, and just how's it going?
It, it's weird how that track came together. I usually, it takes me a little bit of time to sort out the lyrics and the backstory that I wanted, but I was sitting there. I was just in a really, really deep headspace at that point, and I was sitting there writing. And I was like, I want to write a song where it's me reaching out for help that I so desperately want in life, but I feel like I can't attain. And because of that, I feel like sometimes things would just be better off dead. And that was the whole creation, the emphasis of that. And then I got with the guy that mixed it, Steve, and he's on the track. And I mean, dude, he blew me away with his vocals on that. And I mean, he was like, well, what if we do something like this? And then once he did it, I was like, oh my God, that's the track. Like that. And
That's
it's just, it's onwards and upwards, man. It really is. I think it's the best thing I've put out to date.
So I know I'm for one super excited about it. Talk to me a little bit about Steve. How'd you get linked up with him?
Sure. So Steve, I've actually known for a couple years through Facebook, and we just recently kind of started talking more and just kind of becoming kind of quicker friends. Like we've always hung out on social media, talked together and stuff, but we got this idea like, hey, I want you on a track, you want me on a track. So it just ended up. I messaged him. I was like, dude, do you want to be on this track with me? Like it was a blank bridge. I just let him listen to it, and then he threw what he thought would fit on it, and it works so
That's
well. I was
that's
so honored to have him on it. He's a huge influence on some of my stuff right now.
that's really cool. So backing up a little bit about this track, Better Off Dead, you mentioned the deep headspace. And so if it's all right, I kind of want to take a turn for more serious, and then we'll lighten it up with some absolutely ill-timed humor because that's just how we survive these days.
Same.
Um, so, Better Off Dead obviously has some really dark anguish behind it. Save Me, you could tell there's just a lot of feeling and emotion in your songs. It's raw. And I think especially just having personally grown up on the Jonathan Davis style and knowing how much he struggled and used music and then hearing it in your music. Talk to me a little bit. I mean, it's a point of vulnerability, a release, but I mean, just talk to me a little bit about the process, man, because it's heavy.
It Yeah, I tend to get that a lot. I get a lot of it's either in the middle or people don't really care for it at all for the lyrical content just because it is heavy and it's not really ever going to be a light song from me. I've dealt with depression since I was about 12. I've dealt with suicidal ideation basically all of my life, and music really became a salvation to me. It's like if I can't do music, it's like there's just this burning inside my skin that just like it drives me insane. And the headspace I was in, man, my life really changed about 8 months ago, and it felt like I lost everything. To be honest with you, I kind of lost the home that I was in. I lost a whole lot of things at those points, but it was a starting point, and I just didn't see it that way at the time. But when I wrote Better Off Dead, I was uh I was definitely in that mindset where I never felt good enough when I was when I in life. Honestly, it's I still don't. I kind of feel like I'm an imposter. Like it's really weird seeing the people actually gravitate to my music because I was always told I wouldn't, really amount to anything. But you know, I still deal on a constant basis with a lot of depression, but I'm doing everything I can to overcome it. And I don't plan on going away anytime soon. So I've been through all that, and I've been through therapy, and I'm trying to get on the better side.
Well, man, it's for one, just thank you for the willingness to share that. I think that's huge. It's becoming more acceptable, I think, and from a societal perspective, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
to be able to hear it from somebody, um, I've got my own demons. I'm not going to pretend that I don't. And to hear you be able to channel those thoughts through your music. I know for me, that's what, I gravitated towards it. I felt that pain in such a way that I knew that there was more to it. And I'm confident, for whatever my opinion's worth, I'm confident that others can find that extremely relatable and encouraging. And it's, just mental health as a whole is just it's a huge deal. So again, just thank you for speaking your mind about it and for channeling that in a way that I truly believe is going to help others see that there's light, man. There is, like, it's a great channel. It's a great outlet.
It seems bleak at times. It really does. And I'm not going to sit here and can like profess that I'm this beacon of light all the time, because I'm not. There's this darkness in me. There's this width of darkness about me, and I know that. But what I'm trying to do is take that darkness and actually make something positive out of it. And I really hope that if they take away anything from my music, I never want to promote depression, but I always want to promote a way to deal with your depression.
Dude, that's huge. That's huge. Again, just thank you. Oh my God, I'm sitting here in chills because I feel that. So just, yeah, that's all.
It's very personal to me. So
No, and even, just again, working through your discography, one of the ones that jumped out at me was just the title, To Wilt and to Bloom.
yeah.
And I mean, for one, just the name is powerful. And again, it's just a similar theme, but God, it's such a friggin' banger too, man. Like,
Thank you, man. Thank
it's
you.
just awesome.
I struggled with releasing that one. I recorded that, and to be honest with you, I thought it was too personal. I really did, because I mean there's some tracks on there that really hit close to home. A note from the other side of me is it's basically it's me telling me that I'm good enough to live this life, but the darkness inside is telling me I can't see it that way. And it's telling me, you need to, but it's just hard to. And that was kind of the whole emphasis of that album. There's To wilt is, obviously to die. There's things that you need to do to die, and we need to bloom to become better versions of ourselves. And Ethan Suplee, he's a former actor, now I think heavyweight lifter. He has a quote called "Kill your clone," and what he means is kill who you were every single day by getting better. So it's definitely what I'm trying to do.
That's incredible. I think that's a message that I think more and more people are looking for and gravitating towards. So again, it's awesome of you to be willing to share that. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear it. I'm excited that you are alive to share it. And I'm excited about what's to come. So gonna kind of step it back up a little bit and dig us out of the darkness a little bit, because I feel like you and I could probably go off on a tangent and talk really heavy for the next hour and barely touch the surface here. So Better Off Dead comes out on Friday.
Yes.
What's from there? Are you looking at trying to pull together a live band and hit a couple of dates?
I'm still looking to get a live band going. I am actually going to be doing a push for my local radio to actually be playing some of my stuff right now. I have another song. I'm not going to drop the title of it yet, but it is being mixed and mastered right now. So I'm really excited for that one. And then my plan right now is to drop an album by the end of this year. So
awesome.
It's definitely on its way. That is the plan. I'm not going to say it's a steadfast plan, but we'll see how it goes.
No, that's cool. I know that's definitely it's a progress in the process in and of itself. So that's huge. So congratulations on
Thank
having
you.
that, just the goals ahead of you. What's the I guess what's the scene like? You mentioned you're in Virginia. Outside of it being cold, is there good support in the in your area? Is the goal that you got to get up to New York or to LA and hit what's next?
Man,
What's that?
I it's really good here actually. We got a bunch of metal bands that are actually like starting to really pick up. We got Dying Oath, and within the midst is another local like deathcore style band that's coming up. We got, who else do we have? I can't remember if they're out of Virginia or not, but I think Eternal Frequency.
I
Um, and I
think
mean
they're
the
actually PA or Jersey.
okay, I apologize.
No, no,
It's
no.
been
But it's a great band.
it
Her her
is
her vocals are phenomenal.
yes, dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
you won't hear me complain about the band name right there. That's for sure.
it ends up sucking because I got some disabilities that kind of keep me from going to shows right now.
Okay,
So it's just there's a killer scene, and I mean I wish right now I could actually be a more vocal part of it.
that's all
But
right.
as far as like LA or New York, I don't know. I'm kind of a homebody. I'll be honest with you, man. I didn't really get into this for fame. I did it as an outlet, and it's kind of always been the mindset of if I could touch a few people that actually related to my lyrics, like I'm nobody, man. I'm just me. I'm just me writing down what makes me feel better. I I could die happy like that.
Dude, again, that's just it's extremely insightful, powerful words that you were sharing. So that's good stuff right there, man.
Thank you, man.
So let's switch gears again. I want to have some fun, and I'm gonna rapid fire some random ass questions at you. And
Oh
so
boy.
this is time for us to really get to know JT and see
Oh yeah.
let's really get a good feel for not just this new metal vibe, but what's your favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal, cinnamon toast crunch.
Best food?
Best food, Philly cheesesteak.
Ooh, good choice. Stones or the Beatles?
Oh, Beatles all the way.
Big four.
you know, Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, and I'm gonna throw you off because I cannot stand Megadeth.
That's all right. That's all right.
Exodus.
There you go. Like it. Like it. So I'm gonna drop one more, and this is just again just random whatever comes to my head. I don't believe in filters; they don't really bode well for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just I'm thinking off the cuff of just some random stuff. If you had a super group,
Oh,
at least four people in a super group. Let's
if
let's
I
talk
had a
whether
super,
it's influence or just damn good musicians. Throw
oh
together
man,
a band.
oh man, all right, Chino. Ah, man, I would literally kill somebody right now to have Chino on a track with me. Not really. Don't take that seriously. Um, Zach Wild. I would love to have him as a guitarist. Trying to think of some drummers. Man, if I could go back in time, I would love to have the Rev.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, his drumming, dude, just so superior. And then for bassist, probably Trujillo.
Great choices. Absolutely great choices.
Can you tell I thought about it?
No, I mean, it's that kind of thing that it's like you could immediately tell where your heart goes when it comes to music. So that's awesome stuff, man. So when you're not doing music, what's out there? Is it sports? Is it knitting? Is it what catches your fancy?
I I am a comic book nerd. I've kind of fallen off recently, but I'm trying to get back into it. Aside from that, man, I am a devout podcast listener. I mean,
Okay.
devout. I have like 20 different podcasts I listen to, and it's kind of hard to keep up.
Yeah, I could understand that, let alone have time to put out an album. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, if you don't have your hobbies, and the music doesn't just become your passion anymore, it becomes a job if you don't have those hobbies to balance it out. So, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I love movies. I love everything Marvel and DC. So I mean, I'm so stoked for these next phases, dude. You have no idea.
we are a huge Marvel house here. We are super excited for Ant-Man to be coming up, and
Oh,
yeah,
it looks
there's
so good, doesn't
the
it?
whole time
Especially
the whole
Kang.
timeline ahead. I'm stoked, like
Dude.
giddy, stupid,
Oh,
stoked. So
I
I,
think the
I will
best
geek
thing.
out over all this stuff with you, no doubt.
Yeah, dude. The best thing Marvel's put out though recently is that Loki series.
That was awesome. It
Oh,
really was.
but
Yeah.
yeah, aside from that, I love writing. I love writing poetry. I do a lot of like open or spoken word style
Okay.
things that don't really have a flow to it, just me kind of writing off the cuff and
Yeah.
doing things like that. Um that's really about it. I'm kind of a boring person.
I see, like you may consider that boring, but hey, it certainly livens you up. I mean, you could see you just burst with life when you start talking about it, which is cool. And frankly, that's 90% of the stuff that I do. So I would say we're
Yes,
either both going to be boring together and geek out, or it just kind of we're just not everybody's thing, whatever. So,
I'm fine with
so we're coming up on time, and again, I want to give a big shout. You got Six Scars with a new single this Friday, the 18th. Better Off Dead, available on all platforms.
Yes. As of right now, it has been sent to all streaming services, and it is now available for iTunes pre-order. So please get on that.
That's awesome. Any parting words that you would want to bestow upon anybody that catches this?
I The only thing I'll really say is, I hope you give me a chance. I really do. Every track I have poured my soul into. From the first one to the very last one I ever create, you'll never have something that is just filler. And if I could say anything else, it would be do it. Like, do whatever is holding you back, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna succeed, and if you don't succeed at that, you'll learn to succeed at something else.
JT, you're a good man. You got some powerful stuff coming out of you. I'm excited for you for this Friday. I'm excited for the rest of the year. I think you've got an awesome trajectory ahead, man. So again, thank you for the time. Thanks for burning up with the threshold. We've had this great conversation, and we're
Oh
looking
yeah, man, I
forward
can't
to
wait to
seeing
do it
what's
again.
coming around the corner.